The following is a production of the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. It's time for Davis County Baseball, streaming online on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel and Facebook page. Now, let's head down to the field with the voice of your Davis County Mustangs, Alice Kojo.
It's time for Mustang Baseball, and welcome back to Eddyville and Ron Welsh Field, where Davis County is getting set to go for the doubleheader sweep as they play the EBF Rockets for the second time this evening. Pleasure to have you with us on the Atomo Radio Sports Network. I'm Alice Kojo. I am joined by Annie Argo, our on-site producer, and we appreciate you joining us on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel. Davis County a come from behind 7-6 win in Game 1. Snapping a 4-game losing streak in a process, now getting greedy and looking for the doubleheader sweep as they put their 4-game losing streak to an end. Now they look to sweep Eddyville here tonight. They will be taking on Eddyville, who have now lost 6 of their last 7 after dropping the opener to the doubleheader. Battle of 2 really good pitchers in Game 1, Emmett Holohan of EBF and Josh Settles, who went the complete game, allowed 6 runs, but only 2 of them were earned. Corbin Kirkpatrick's on top of the mound for Davis County. And before we get finished with the start, before we get too far into it, let's get to the starting lineups for Game 2. Davis County has Peyton Schooley leading off at second base. Josh Settles is DH. He'll be batting for the left fielder, Rylan Johnson. Max Taylor is catching at third. Batting third. Batting cleanup and pitching is Noah Sizemore. Dexter Scott at shortstop batting fifth. Batting sixth and at first base, Hayden Bankson. Victor Miller is in center field batting seventh. Batting eighth and getting his first start of the season at third base, Grant Husted. And batting ninth and in right field is Hudson Humphrey. For EBF, Caden Nichols leads off at shortstop. Caden Kirkpatrick is at center field batting second. Batting third and in right field is Gavin Spar. Emmett Holohan's at third base batting cleanup. Castor Ford is the DH. He bats fifth. He'll be batting for the pitcher, Corbin Kirkpatrick. Tegan Nichols is at first base batting sixth, batting seventh, and catching is Camden Sherman. Dalton Brinegar's in left field batting eighth, and batting ninth, and in second base is Keller Little. Things have not cooled down here in Eddyville since the start of Game 1. 84 degrees at first pitch. I beg your pardon, 86 degrees at first pitch in Game 1. Only dropped to 84 here in Game 2 as we approach the 8 o'clock hour. As Peyton Schooley, who got a key base hit that drove in the go-ahead run, as he was 0 for 4 going into that at bat, and then got the RBI single. First pitch fastball goes well upstairs for ball one. We are underway. First pitch thrown at 7:52. It's been a hot and muggy Monday here in Eddyville. Kirkpatrick comes up with the next pitch, and it's a high pop-up. Brinegar in left field puts it away for the first out. So Josh Settles is the batter. He gets a break from the field after going the distance in Game 1. A complete game. Allowed only 5 hits, 6 runs, only 2 of them were earned. He walked the batter and struck out 10. Batting from the left side, Kirkpatrick sees that pitch rifled into right field, and that draws for a base hit. So Settles, after seeing his 9-game hitting streak come to an end in Game 1, gets on board to start Game 2, and he's aboard with 1 out for Max Taylor. Max had a pair of hits in Game 1, including a 2-run single, as Davis County rallied down 3 in the 6th inning. That tied the game at the time at 5. Taylor takes a pitch outside for ball 1. Home plate umpires Anthony McClendon. Field umpires is Cale Rodriguez. Kirkpatrick, a right-hander, comes up with the next pitch. Ground ball towards the hole and short. Scooting over to make the play was Nichols, but he throws it into right field and now settles, goes to third base. So an error on Kirkpatrick, or beg your pardon, on Nichols at short, puts runners at the corners with one out. So a fielder's choice and an error on Nichols. Now the batter is Noah Sizemore as he looks to give Davis County the early advantage here in the first inning. That's what Davis County was able to do in game one. They took a 2-0 lead in the first inning. That's key as always. Mustangs now 5-0 when scoring first in the ball game. RBI spot, early RBI spot for Sizemore. He got his 13th RBI. As the runner goes from first, it's taken for a strike, as that was Sven Skaggs, who came in as a courtesy runner for Taylor, and he takes second base without a throw. Strike one to Sizemore. Kirkpatrick trying to work his way out some early trouble for EBF. The pitch. A little tapper up the third base line. It's scooped up by Holohan at third. And the throw bounces past Nichols at first. Goes into foul territory on the first base side. 2 runs come in to score. Sizemore motoring his way into third, and he is safe at third. 2-0 Davis County. As the Mustangs jump on EBF early and take advantage of a couple of mistakes. So 2 errors in the inning already for EBF. Now a runner at third with one out for Dexter Scott. First pitch fastball, taken helmet high for ball 1. Scott had 1 hit and 3 at-bats in game 1 with a walk. The 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2. Sun, thankfully, setting to our right. It has been one of those cases where it's like the level on Mario 3 where the sun's trying to kill you. As we have been baking out here at Ron Wells Field. That's high for ball 3. I was wondering where all the folks from Eddyville were at. It turns out that they're on the other side of the press box, because that's a perfect place for shade, and that's where a majority of the EBF fans are. Some of them are braving the sun with us here on the home plate side of the press box, as that's poured in for a strike to make it 3-1. But the players taking a break, a refuge from the sun in between games. Shortman, the catcher, was laid out right under the monument that holds the flag to our right, as that offered him some shade. That's popped up behind the plate out of play. And now the count's full of 3-2. 2 runs in for Davis County. Sizemore is the runner at third. 1 out. EBF has their infield back, so they're willing to concede another run for an out. Now the payoff pitch to Scott. Line drive, base hit left field. Sizemore comes in to score, and it is a 3-0 Davis County lead. So Scott with a solid base hit into left field on a full count. And the batter is Hayden Bankson. The man they call Banksy was 1 for 3 in game 1 with a walk. Runner goes from first. Pitch is taken for a strike, and the throw to second is to the third base side of second base. And Dexter Scott has a stolen base. Head coach Todd White says to Hayden, RBI time. We'll see if that's true for Banksy. Scott takes his lead from first. Here comes a one-strike pitch to Bankson. That whizzes over Bankson's head, who falls to the seat of his pants to let that ball go over his head to the backstop. A wild pitch allows Scott to take third. 3 runs in, 1 out in the inning. EBF keeps their infield back. Here comes the 1-1 to Bankson. Ground ball that's collected by Holohan. The throw of the first is in time. It's an RBI ground out by Bankson to make it 4-0 Davis County. So productive out by Banksy. Brings in another run, and now Victor Milder will look to start things for Davis County with 2 outs and the bases empty. That RBI by Bankson was number 7. He moves up in a tie for third on the team in RBI. That tie for ball 1 to Milder. Victor Milder, I was telling him in between games, he snapped an 0 for 13 slump with a base hit in his first at-bat in the opener. The 1-0, a swing and a miss. He foul-tipped that, in fact, into the glove of Sherman to make it 1-1. So Milder was 1 for 3 in game 1. He was also hit by a pitch, and he scored in that key 2-run 7th inning for Davis County as they rally from behind to beat EBF 7-6. Here's the 1-1. Fastball, foul-tipped at the plate. 1-2 to count. Corbin Kirkpatrick is a junior. Right-hander is 1-0 on the season. He's pitched 11 2/3 innings. He has an ERA of 1.20. All these runs have been unearned, however, against Kirkpatrick here in the first. A swing and a miss, and Davis County is done in the top of the first, but the Mustangs do score 4 runs on 1 hit. 2 errors, and nobody left on. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Davis County 4, EBF coming up on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Ready to make your home more you? At Community First Credit Union, we have an exclusive offer to help. Take advantage of our limited time Flex Home Equity line of credit with a special 6-month intro rate to get started. It's financing you can use to build your outdoor oasis, create your backyard hangout, or elevate your curb appeal. Visit c1stcu.com for details and apply online today. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Noah Sizemore on top of the mound for Davis County. He's been staked to a 4-0 lead here in game 2. Sizemore took the loss back on Friday as Davis County lost to Sheraton. That was Sizemore's first loss of the season. He's pitched 13 2/3 innings this season so far. ERA of 4.61. Opponents are batting .288 versus the sophomore right-hander. So here's Caden Nichols. Nichols was hitless in 3 at-bats. He had a sacrifice fly and an RBI in game 1. Best thing you can do if you're staked to a big lead is throw strikes and get back in the dugout. There's a little line drive into left center field that falls for a base hit. So Nichols picks on the first pitch he sees and is aboard with a base hit. That's one thing that the top 4 batters did not do for EBF in game 1. The top 4 were held hitless by Josh Settles. EBF managed 5 hits in game 1 despite scoring 6 runs 4 of those 5 hits came from the 7 and the 9 batters. Here's Caden Kirkpatrick, and the pitch is taken for ball 1. Anthony McClendon is calling balls and strikes behind the plate here in game 2. Cale Rodriguez is the field umpire. Timeout called at the plate by Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick squares to bunt. The pitch. And that pitch was taken high, I guess, for ball 2. Sizemore comes set, delivers. There's a strike. Kirkpatrick shows like he's showing like a half-hearted attempt to bunt. Think like maybe most players, they'd rather swing away than try to bunt, especially the number 2 hitter in the lineup. Throw to first, and they got him leaning. Oh, safe as the call at first. Sizemore almost picked off Nichols at first base. Nichols was leaning towards second as the throw was coming to first, but he was just able to get back ahead of the tag by Bankson. The 2-1. A line shot foul to the right field side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sizemore has been gifted with a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Nichols was aboard with a base hit on the very first pitch. Now the count is 2-2 to Kirkpatrick. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled away. Mustangs come into this game now 8-6, 4-5 in the South Central Conference. EBF is 4-8, 2-7 in conference play. Throw to first and back safely is Nichols. This is one of 4 doubleheaders going on in the South Central Conference today. Centerville is in Cardinal. That will be a fun twin bill as a pair of second place teams clash. Albee is at Sheridan for 2, and Clark is at Knoxville for a doubleheader. Slider, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Kirkpatrick goes down looking for the first out. That brings up Gavin Spar. Spar was 0 for 3 with a walk in game 1. Nichols lead from first. He runs. Pitches high for a ball. The throw to second. Got him! No, safe as the call. The throw was ahead of the base runner Nichols, but apparently Scott's tag did not tag Nichols in time. Would love to see a replay on that, but they don't do instant replay at the high school level. Nichols at second with 1 out. Spar now looking to put EBF on the board. They trail 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. Sizemore has that slider slip out of his hand, go well outside for ball 1. Beg your pardon, for ball 2. As that pitch Nichols was running on was taken high for ball 1. And there's a swing and a miss, a slider that was up in the zone. 2 balls and a strike. It was a hanger that Spar could have taken care of, but he came up empty. Long pause by Sizemore. The 2-1 pitch is a fastball that's fouled back to the brick backstop behind home plate. That's played a hand a couple of times on wild pitches. There's been a couple of wild pitches in game one that could have scored a run. Instead, bounced right back off the catcher to prevent a run from scoring. 2-2 to count the bar with a runner at second and 1 out. Davis County leads it 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Hit in the air out to the left. Johnson tracking it, making the catch as he was ranging over towards the line. And that's the second out. Sizemore looking to keep that runner stranded at second. 2 outs in the inning. Here's Emmett Holohan. Holohan took the loss on the mound in game one. He pitched 5 innings. Actually, no, Holohan took a no decision in game one, beg your pardon. He's the one that started. He pitched 5 innings in game one. Now he gets to start at third base here in game two. First pitch, breaking ball, grounded foul, wide of third. Ryland Johnson goes into foul ground to grab it, so he throws it into Sven Skaggs, who's near the third base dugout for Davis County. He gets back into position, and home plate umpire Anthony McClendon says play. 0-1 to count to Holohan. Nichols takes his lead from second. Slider in the dirt, 1-1. Sizemore peers into his catcher Taylor. Now comes set. And a 1-1 delivery to the opposite batter's box. Deflects back to the catcher Taylor. He thought about throwing it to third, but decides to eat it as Nichols advances on the wild pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike to Holohan. Sizemore now working from the windup. The pitch, fastball high. 3 balls and 1 strike. And there's a looked like that was ball. Looked like that was strike 3. Instead, it's ball 4 to Holohan. So he walks. Interesting. I have Sherman up, but it looks like they're batting out of order because I have Caster Ford up at batting 5th, but now Sherman is up. First pitch to Camden Sherman is taken high for ball 1. So apparently Camden Sherman is batting in the 5-hole. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. The pitch is fouled back towards us. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to Sherman. Now the pitch with the runner going. That's taken a bit high for ball 2, and they just concede the stolen base to Holohan. Runners now at second and third. Sizemore looks for 1 final out to close out the EBF first inning. Lights have come on here at Ron Welsh Field as the 2-1 pitch is taken high for ball 3. Sizemore's pitch, low and away. That loads the bases as Sherman walks. So Castor Ford is now up as head coach Todd White calls time. Back on Friday, Sizemore threw 64 pitches. Against Sheridan, he went 3 1/3, allowed 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 8 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 2. He's already walked 2 here in the first inning as Anthony McClendon, home plate umpire, comes up to break up the meeting. So Castor Ford will bat for the first time this evening. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. Ford batting .312 this season, grounds it right back to Sizemore on the mound, and the throw just a little high for our liking, but Bankson has it, and that ends the inning. So no runs, a hit, a pair of walks, and EBF leads the bases loaded. We'll head to the top of the inning number 2. Davis County leads it 4-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein soybeans and local Davis seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Davis County leads it 4-0 as we play in the top of inning number 2. Nightcap of our doubleheader. .891 duo for Davis County. Starting with Grant Husted getting his first start of the season at third base. Mustangs took advantage of a couple of EBF errors in that first inning to push across 4 unearned runs. Corbin Kirkpatrick on top of the hill for EBF, looking for a much smoother second inning. Although he only gave up 1 hit. South Central Conference standings coming into today. Sheridan is on top with a 5-1 record. Cardinal and Centerville, who I said back in the bottom of the first, are playing a doubleheader tonight. They are tied for second at 6-2. Knoxville right behind them at 4-2. Then Davis County and Clark in the middle of the pack at 3-5. EBF came into today 2-6, now 2-7 in league. Davis County, of course, 4-5 in league, and Albia was 1-7 coming into tonight's doubleheaders. So here is Grant Husted to lead things off for the Mustangs. Husted was a pinch hitter in the 6th inning of Game 1. He had a hit and a run scored in the 6th inning, and then a sacrifice fly, which scored the game-tying run in the 7th inning. Up and in for ball 1 from Kirkpatrick. Ball field now completely in shade here in Game 2. As the lights are fully on. And the 1-0 pitch is a tapper to short. Nichols straightens up and throws out. Husted for the first out. Hudson Humphrey had a key 2-out base hit, which you thought maybe would have scored a run in that 7th inning, but head coach Ty White had the stop sign up for Milder. So it was Peyton Schooley who turned out with the game-winning hit as that pitch is popped up and collected by the shortstop Nichols for the second out. So now Peyton Schooley, as I alluded to, the game-winning hit in game 1. Now we'll bat here to start off game 2. Or I should say the top of the 2nd inning here in game 2. Bases empty, 2 outs. Davis County leads it 4-0. First pitch fastball, almost got a good piece of Schooley as he jackknifes out of the way for ball 1. Now the 1-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. Kirkpatrick looking for a settle down 1-2-3 inning. Next pitch is cut on and missed by Schooley, who's now down 1-2. Schooley rarely strikes out as that pitch is taken low and away for ball 2. Schooley has only struck out once over the last 5 games. Here comes 2-2. A late swing and a tapper to second. Little throws low and a snow cone scoop by Nichols at first. Retires Schooley as Davis County goes down 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd. 4-0 Davis County on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
When it comes to athletic performance, Danco in Centerville is the local go-to. They're your athletic performance specialist, helping school teams, athletic directors, coaches, parents, and athletes with top quality gear for sports and active lifestyles. Danco also makes team fundraising simple, handling the design, orders, shipping, and everything in between, so your organization can raise money without the headache. Like and follow Danco on Facebook and visit them on the Centerville Square.
Danco, work hard, play proud.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
You should ask Coach. 4-0 is our score as we play in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Bottom of the order due up for EBF, starting with Tegan Nichols. Noah Sizemore stranded the bases loaded in the 1st inning and delivers a pitch wide of the plate to the left-handed hitting Nichols for ball 1. Nichols, the first baseman, they made a nice scoop on a low throw by Little, the second baseman, to end the top of the 2nd for Davis County. Now we'll look to see what he can do with the bat. Ball 2. Sizemore pitched around a hit and a pair of walks to keep the bases loaded in the 1st. Slider nowhere near close, and it's 3-0. And a pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike to Nickel, and a pitch. Strike 2 on the outside edge. Nichols has not taken the bat off his shoulder. And now he will see a payoff pitch coming from Sizemore, who looks to battle back from a 3-0 count. Here comes the payoff pitch from Sizemore. Slap foul. Well out of play and out of sight to the third base side. Another payoff pitch coming to Tegan Nichols. Swing and a miss at a fastball low. That's the second strikeout for Sizemore, and there is 1 away. Now the batter is Dalton Brinegar. Head coach Todd White calls time. Maybe he has caught on that EBF has batted out of order, because I saw that last inning. And home plate umpire Anthony McClendon looks at the lineup that Todd White was given. And so now he wants some help from his fellow umpire, Kale Rodriguez. And I do believe this is where they'll question what the lineup was, and then the players actually came out to hit. So the way I saw it, at least in the 5th inning, or beg your pardon, the 1st inning, so Holan was a cleanup hitter batting 4th, and then I have Castor Ford down batting 5th, but instead, Camden Sherman batted 5th. And then Castor Ford batted 6th, so they switched Ford and Sherman in the lineup. Meanwhile, the Mustang infield gather at the mound to keep things loose. Some joking around as Scott found something funny. So they're still discussing things over by the third base dugout, and this may take a while to sort out, as you can imagine. Gives us a good chance to tell you that Davis County Baseball is brought to you in part by Dixon's Mattress Outlet, as well as Davis County Community School District and Community First Credit Union. Brinegar now pretending to catch a pitch from Sizemore on the behind the plates as he got into the catcher squat. 4-0 is our score. Davis County leading EBF here in the bottom of the 2nd. Bases are empty with 1 out. I think the Mustang players are challenging Brinegar to put his head to the knob of the bat with the bat on the ground and spin around it a couple of times and take a swing, which I don't think he'll do. Like I said at the beginning of this ball game, most of the EBF folks have gathered up near the concession stand on the other side of this press box that we're sitting at. We're at home plate, obviously, and the EBF folks are on the first base side of the press box as they collected plenty of shade. And there's folks sitting up on the hill beyond the fence and right center field that are taking in the game as well. Don't think they paid admission to be there, but that's probably why they're sitting there. So, according to my calculations, 2 batters from EBF batted out of order. So would that be 2 outs? If that's 2 outs, then the inning should be over. But we'll have to see. So what do we got? They were breaking up the meeting now. Anthony McClendon is talking to Rick Scott, and so what do we got? I guess it turned out to be nothing after all said and done. Maybe they have to wait for that batter to come around again before they say that he is out. Maybe that's what happens. I am going to ask the home plate umpire before the next inning. So the batter is Alton Brenniger. He takes over but low for ball one. So after all of that, we're in the bottom of the second. EBF trails 4-0. Bases empty, 1 out. Dalton Brenniger lines it out to left, and Johnson is there to make the catch. So a line out to left, and there are 2 outs. Second put out for Johnson here in game 2. 2 out, bases empty, and young man at the plate's proven to be a tough out this evening. Keller Little, he was 2 for 3 in game 1 with a pair of RBIs. He swings at the first pitch. It's a fly ball to the left side, and Husted tried to make the catch up against the fence, but was unable to do so, and it's strike 1. Now the 0-1. Slider buckles his knees, and it drops into the outside corner for strike 2. Sizemore looking for a 1-2-3 second. Here's the pitch. He taps that slider foul towards the third base dugout. After a rocky first inning, although he did not allow a run, Sizemore looking for a shutdown 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the second. Another 0-2. Slider got him swinging. And it is indeed a 1-2-3 second inning. We'll head to the third. 4-0 Davis County on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Ready to make your home more you? At Community First Credit Union, we have an exclusive offer to help. Take advantage of our limited time Flex Home Equity line of credit with a special 6-month intro rate to get started. It's financing you can use to build your outdoor oasis, create your backyard hangout, or elevate your curb appeal. Visit c1stcu.com for details and apply online today. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Four nothing is our score as we welcome you back to Ron Welsh Field here in Eddyville. Davis County scored 4 in the top of the first. And that is held so far as we play here in the top of the third. Nightcap of the doubleheader. Corbin Kirkpatrick working off a 1-2-3 second inning. Will face 2, 3, and 4 from Davis County, starting with Josh Settles. Settles started off game 2 with a single in the first. He later gave way to a pinch runner who came around to score in that 4-run first inning. Settles the DH here in game 2. First time he's been the DH this season. First pitch breaking ball as Settles ducked out of the way for ball 1. Kirkpatrick comes home with the 1-0. Fastball catches the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another 1-1. Fastball, strike 2, right in the same spot, inside corner at the knees. Settles looking to get something started here in the top of the third and add to Davis County's 4-0 lead. Kirkpatrick, winds and delivers. That's high and outside. Count now even at 2-2 to Settles. Settles is 0 for 3. He walked and was also hit by a pitch in the opener. Late swing, and he fouls that back behind the plate. Now to 2-2. Another late swing. This one's a pop-up that will stay in the field of play. And the catcher, Sherman, collects it on the third base side for the first out. Six in a row now retired by Kirkpatrick, and the batter is Max Taylor. He reached on a fielder's choice and an error back in the first inning. Line shot. Whistles past Todd White in the third base box. Kirkpatrick winds and delivers. Fastball, grounded foul, back towards the coach's box again and on the third base side. No balls and 2 strikes to Taylor. Bases empty, 1 out. Top of the third. Davis County 4, EBF nothing. And Kirkpatrick wants the signs reconveyed by Sherman. Now he's ready. Another 0-2 coming to Taylor. And that breaking ball stays high and inside for ball 1. Dalton Brinegar is in left field for EBF here in game 2 of our doubleheader. Caden Kirkpatrick in center with Spar in right. The 1-2. Taylor lifts that high in the air, deep to left center field, and tracking it is Brinegar to make the catch near the 340 sign in the gap for the second out. 2 outs and the base is empty for Sizemore. Emmett Holohan is at third base for EBF. Caden Nichols is a shortstop. Keller Little is at second. Tegan Nichols is the first baseman, and Camden Sherman once again. Second straight game at catcher. Noah Sizemore takes ball 1 outside. Sizemore reached on an error and scored back in the first inning. The 1-0. That's low and outside, 2-0. Sizemore hit a grounder to third. Holohan threw it wide of the bag at first, and Sizemore was able to go all the way around to third base, which proved to be key because he later scored on an RBI ground out. 2-0. Fastball low, 3-0. Sizemore, you figure will be taking a pitch. Try to break Kirkpatrick's rhythm. And here comes the pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner, strike 1. In game 1, Sizemore was 2 for 4 with an RBI. And a 3-1 delivery is lifted foul to the first base side out of play. And now the count is full. Now the payoff pitch to Sizemore. Looked like it hit him. Regardless, I think officially it will be called a base on balls to Sizemore. So Sizemore's aboard after getting walked. Thought the pitch hit him, but the way he tossed that bat aside, I guess it was just ball 4. He goes. First pitch is taken for a strike, and Sizemore is out at second base. Sherman throws out Sizemore to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 3. Davis County 4, EBF nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Davis County leads this one 4-0. Nightcap of a doubleheader. Mustangs able to rally to beat EBF 7-6 in Game 1. Now hold a 4-0 lead here in Game 2. Noah Sizemore stranded the bases loaded in the first. 1-2-3 in the second. Now he'll face the top of the order here in the bottom of the third. Caden Nichols did not waste any time in the bottom of the first. Lined a single into left center field on the very first pitch. And we're ready to play. First pitch is a slider that's foul tipped into the glove of Taylor for strike 1. The 0-1. Another slider, bouncer towards Scott at short. He straightens up, fires low, and it bounces past Bankson at first base. Nichols makes the turn and heads to second base. An error on Scott, and EBF has the leadoff runner on second. Caden Kirkpatrick struck out looking his first time up. EBF looking to climb back into this game, down 4-0. He squares the bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1. Scott looking to keep Nichols close at second. Now the pitch. Oof, misses a bit high. Thought that was belt high. Looked good enough for a strike. Instead, the count is 2-0. Kirkpatrick sees that pitch poured in for a strike. Nichols reached on an error. He now stands at second base. The 2-1. Well outside. 3 balls and a strike. Gavin Spar waits on deck for EBF. Sizemore was able to pitch around a pair of walks in the first inning. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, taken low for ball 4. 2 on and nobody out for Gavin Spar, as danger now looming for Sizemore. Spar batting left-handed versus the right-hander Sizemore. First pitch is a breaking ball that bends inside for ball 1. Sizemore takes a deep breath. Wonder how much him trying to steal took out of him at the top of the inning. He was the one that got thrown out trying to steal. There's a high fly ball out to left. Rylan Johnson makes the catch. No advancement by the runners, and there's 1 out. So Spar flies out to left for the second straight time. And that brings up Emmett Holohan, who walked his first time up. He also stole a base, and he was left stranded at second back in the first inning. 4-0 Davis County. EBF has runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Sizemore's first pitch is a breaking ball that snaps over the strike zone for strike 1. Righty versus righty matchup. The 0-1. That was a slider that spiked to the plate. Good block by Taylor, the catcher for Davis County. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sizemore set at the belt. Runners go. Pitch is taken for a ball. The throw to third, and safe is the call. A double steal. Nichols to third. Kirkpatrick to second. 2-1 to count. Holohan now has a chance to cut Davis County's lead in half with a hit. Fouled straight back towards us. That evens the count at 2-2. Davis County keeps their infield back, up by 4. Here's a pitch by Sizemore. Fly ball into center field. Milder comes in to make the catch. The runners do not advance, and there are 2 outs. So now, EBF will back correctly as Castor Ford is at the plate. EBF batted out of order in the first inning, but Davis County was slow to catch them. So they were able to bat out of order in the first inning, but now Castor Ford bats in his correct spot and takes ball 1. So this may be confusing, but Ford grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Popped up, foul territory out of play to the first base side. One ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, inside. That slider almost got a piece of Ford. 2 balls and a strike. Sizemore looking to grind his way through the inning and keep EBF off the scoreboard. The pitch, high, 3-1. The 3-1 to Ford. Strike 2 on the outside corner. So the count is full. Runners at second and third. 2 outs, full count. Pitch coming to Ford. Here it comes. And it's ball 4, but the runner was advancing from third to home, and Sizemore tags out the runner at home. So a walk and a caught stealing ends the inning. What a weird play that was, but more importantly, the Mustangs keep EBF off the scoreboard. We'll head to the 4th inning. It remains 4-0 Davis County on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
This is Tim with Slayton Polaris. I'm sure you would agree with me that while we enjoy watching our kids grow up on the farm, we also wish they could stay little for as long as possible. One minute they are small enough to play in a tractor tire, and the next thing you know, they are bigger than you. With all of life's changes, you can take comfort in knowing that Slayton Polaris will try their best to keep things the same. We always offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has always been our policy since we opened our doors. We look forward to meeting you at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th rolls in. A strange play to end the bottom of the 3rd, but Davis County still leads it 4-0. So Castor Ford, who was at the plate, the count was full. Ball 4 was thrown, and Kalen Nichols, who was standing at third, took off as if it was a full count, but there were runners at second and third. The bases were not loaded, so Taylor threw to third, and then Husted threw home to Sizemore, who tagged out Nichols to end the bottom of the 3rd. So a base running mistake ends the bottom of the 3rd for EBF. Now Davis County will bat in the top of the 4th. As Dexter Scott, he was standing at the plate when Sizemore was caught stealing to end the top of the 3rd. Now he bats with a fresh count. Scott with an RBI single his first time up. There's a grounder, and staying down on it is Holohan. Low throw gets past the first baseman, Nichols. And Scott is safe at second base. So another error on Holohan. Starts off the Davis County 4th inning. That brings up Hayden Bankson. Bankson drove in a run with a ground out his first time up. Up and in, ball 1. One of the stranger things, Davis County is usually, they strand a village in each ball game. However, they have not stranded a runner here in game 2. That's low for ball 2. EBF, on the other hand, they've stranded 5 through the first 3 innings. Davis County stranded 10 in their game 1 7-6 win over EBF earlier tonight. The 2-0. Bankson looks at ball 3 outside. Four nothing Davis County, top of the 4th inning. Scott is the runner at second. Bankson awaits a 3-0 pitch from Kirkpatrick, and here it comes. High and inside, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Bankson. Victor Milder now is the batter. Milder struck out swinging his first time up. He squares the bunt, pulls it back at the very last moment, and takes the pitch high for ball one. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Kirkpatrick with the high set. Milder squares the bunt again and misses the bunt. Or did he pull it back in time? I guess it's 2-0. I thought he missed the bunt, but hopefully umpire Anthony McClendon says it's 2-0. Is the bunt still on with the count 2-0? Milder steps out as he awaits Kirkpatrick to come set. Milder wanted time, but because he was trying to outweigh Kirkpatrick, who now comes set. He squares the bunt again. Low, nope, it's at the knees for strike one. Scott is the runner at second. Bankson is the runner at first. Mustangs looking to add to their 4-run lead here in the top of the fourth. The 2-1, he squares the bunt, and that's high and away for ball three. Dusk has settled in here in Eddyville as Milder awaits a 3-1 pitch from Kirkpatrick. Squares the bunt again. Gets it down the third base line. A beauty. The catcher Sherman throws to first, and out is the call at first. So that goes down as a sacrifice by Milder. 2-4 on the putout. And with one out, the line moves to Grant Husted. That was a nice bunt as that just deadened on the infield grass down the third base line. Grant Husted grounded out to short his first time up. EBF keeps their infield back with runners at second and third and one out. First pitch swinging, high fly ball, deep left center field. That is dropping into the gap. Extra bases for Grant Husted, and 2 runs come in to score. Husted takes third on the high throw as Husted smashes a 2-run double into the gap to make it 6-0 Davis County. Score that a double for Husted, and then a throwing error by the left fielder Brinegar, which allowed Husted to advance to third. So Hudson Humphrey now bats. A runner at third, 2 runs in, 1 out. It's now 6-0 Mustangs. First pitch, fastball, grounded into the hole at short. Nichols scoops it up. Low throw is collected by Tegan Nichols. Coming in to score is Husted to make it 7-0 Mustangs. Two outs, bases empty. Back to the top of the order in Peyton Schooley. Ball went inside. RBI number 4 for Hudson Humphrey. Grant Husted adds to his RBI total. He's now up to 3. He had a sacrifice fly, keep in mind. Back on Friday against Sheraton, strike 1 to Schooley. Kirkpatrick winds and delivers a 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at a slider. Schooley swung over that, and it's 1-2. Schooley 0 for 2. A fly out and a ground out in his 2 previous at-bats here in game 2. Kirkpatrick looking to put an end to the Davis County 4th. He's a strike away from doing so. The 1-2. Popped up on the infield. Actually drifting into the outfield grass, and it falls! Little at second base just let that one fall at the edge of the infield dirt. Call that an error on Little. I think he was waiting for help. Don't know if he lost in the lights or not. The innings extended to Josh Settles. Working on a 1-for-2 night. First pitch fastball is chopped over to the right side, and Little at second scoops it up and throws out Settles to end the inning. Davis County, however, scores 3 runs, 2 on a 2-run double by the 8th grader, Grant Husted. As we head into the bottom of the 4th, it's Davis County 7, EBF nothing on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Janet's doing it, so's Fred, same with Omar, and Tim's been at it since February of last year. And guess what? They're all saving by doing so. That's because they're all using Drive Safe and Save from State Farm and saving 10% just by signing up, and then getting a 30% discount down the road. How about you? You ready to get at it and save? To start driving safe and saving in Iowa and Missouri, call me, Wes Ashelman, your Albia State Farm agent today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Discounts may vary. Not available in California, Massachusetts, or Rhode Island.
Are you wanting a fence built but not sure who to call? Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield has lots of experience and can provide references from many happy customers. He can do everything from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield for a free estimate. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310. That's 641-208-6310. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs that he has done. You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Davis County now with a 7-0 lead over EBF as we play in the bottom of inning number 4 as the Mustangs are going for a doubleheader sweep of the Rockets. Looking to make sure who actually is coming up, and I believe it's Tegan Nichols who's supposed to be coming up for EBF. And actually Carter Fisher comes in to hit for Nichols. So we have a pinch hitter for Nichols as Carter Fisher will bat for him to start off the bottom of the 4th. Ball 1 outside from Sizemore. Fisher played in game 1. He was a first baseman, then came in to pitch. He was 2 for 3 with a pair of runs scored in game 1. Fouled back to the screen, 1-1. He also took the loss on the mound as he was a pitcher of record when Davis County rallied for 3 runs in the 6th and 2 in the 7th to beat EBF 7-6. Chopper foul to the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fisher batting for Tegan Nichols. Now the 1-2. Slider misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So in case you missed it, EBF did bat out of order in the first inning. However, Davis County did not catch the Rockets from batting out of order, so it just comes across as no harm, no foul. That pitch is fouled back as it remains 2-2. In the original lineup, Castor Ford was supposed to bat cleanup, or bat 5th, I should say. Tegan Nichols was supposed to bat 6th, and then Camden Sherman was supposed to bat 7th. But in that first inning, Sherman batted 5th, then Ford batted 6th, and then Nichols batted 7th. And there's a ground ball fair inside the first base line as that rolls down the right field line, dies in the grass, and Fisher will settle for a single. Somebody over in the third base dugout giving Bankson grief for not getting down and diving after that hit inside the bag at first base. Camden Sherman now is the batter. He walked his first time up. Ball one inside. Beg your pardon. Isaac Claybrook is the pinch hitter for Sherman. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. So head coach Rick Scott going with another pinch hitter here in the 4th. Looking to work up some offense, trailing 7-0. The pitch by Sizemore. That's popped up on the infield, and Scott tracking it, and the shortstop puts it away. 1 out as Fisher goes back to first base. Dalton Brinegar hit the ball well, but lined out right to left fielder Johnson his first time up. Throw back to first and back safely is Fisher. First pitch fastball misses inside for ball 1. Mustangs ended a 4-game losing streak back in game 1 of our doubleheader. Now looking to win 2 in a row here tonight. That stays high for ball 2. Home plate umpire Anthony McClendon has not called that high strike for the entirety of this nightcap. So now the count is 2-0 to Brinegar. Was the count to his advantage? The pitch that spikes past Taylor. It gets behind him. So 3-0 is the count as that wild pitch allows Fisher to advance to second. Only drama-free inning for Sizemore was the second inning. That was a 1-2-3 affair. He left the bases loaded in the first, stranded another couple of runners in the third, and there's ball 4 to Brinegar. Runners at first and second with 1 out, and here's Keller Little. Little struck out swinging his first time. Sizemore was able to strike him out with a slider. First pitch is a fastball, high for ball 1. Fisher leads off from second. Brinegar is the runner at first. Little squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike on the inside corner. Little is 2 of 3 with a pair of RBI singles and 2 runs scored in game 1. And the 1-1 pitch is a slider that misses down low. The runners will try to advance, and the throw to third is not in time. So a wild pitch has a pair of runners in scoring position for Keller Little. 2 balls and 1 strike to Little. Here's the pitch. It gets past Taylor, bounces back to him, and the runners will not advance. There's that brick backstop coming into play again. That was a wild pitch by Sizemore, but that bounced right back to Taylor. So no harm done. 3 balls and a strike to Little. First base is open. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that's poked out to short right field, and that drops for a base hit. Coming in to score is Fisher. Right behind him is Brenniger. Throws to the plate. Not in time. They throw to second. And out at second base is Keller Little. So he drives in two with the single, but then he's thrown out at second base. 2 outs in the inning. Base is empty. EBF is on the board. It's 7-2, and timeout is called. So score that play 9-2-6, which got Keller nailed at second base. And it looks like we'll have another pitcher coming to the ball game as well. So we'll step away for a pitching change. We'll be back to tell you about the new hurler after this. Davis County leads it now 7-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Ready to make your home more you? At Community First Credit Union, we have an exclusive offer to help. Take advantage of our limited time Flex Home Equity line of credit with a special 6-month intro rate to get started. It's financing you can use to build your outdoor oasis, create your backyard hangout, or elevate your curb appeal. Visit c1stcu.com for details and apply online today. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
New pitcher in the ball game is Peyton Schooley. Just a straight-up switch between he and Sizemore, as Noah Sizemore now is playing second base. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Davis County leads EBF 7-2. EBF scored their first 2 runs of the ball game thanks to a 2-run single by Keller Little. He has 4 RBI in this doubleheader. Caden Nichols is the batter. Ball 1 down low. Nichols is 1 for 2. Single in the first and then reached on an error back in the 3rd inning. Schooley is 3-0 this season. This is his 5th appearance. He leads the Mustangs in innings pitched with 20. Has an ERA of 4.90. That slider has popped up on the infield, and Schooley, the pitcher, puts it away to end the inning. EBF does score a run, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors and nobody left on. We'll head to the 5th. Davis County leads at 7-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Seven to 2 is our score as Davis County leads EBF here in the nightcap. We're in the top of inning number 5. Max Taylor to start things off for the Mustangs. Corbin Kirkpatrick still in there as the pitcher. Every run he has given up in this ball game has been unearned, however. Taylor is 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice in the first and flew out in the third. Kirkpatrick now steps off. Maybe there's a mix-up with the pitch comm that Sherman has in his ear, as now he heads to the first base dugout. I told you in game 1 how Todd White still goes with the old school signals. But a lot of the high schools now go with pitch comm. Now I believe we're ready. And here comes Kirkpatrick's first pitch to Taylor. Ground ball. Going to his left is the third baseman Holohan. He throws off the bag, but Fisher comes off the bag to tag out Taylor for the first out. So 1 out with the bases empty. And here's Noah Sizemore. He battled on the mound and kept EBF off the board until the 4th inning. But he was able to at least shut out the Rockets through the first 3 innings and allowed Davis County to build a 7-0 lead before conceding those 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Now at second base, he's 0 for 2, beg your pardon, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Strike 1 at the belt. Sizemore had an RBI in game 1. Now up to a team leading 13. The 0-1. Right at the belt on the outside corner, strike 2. So Sizemore in the hole with the count 0-2. Kirkpatrick delivers, and there's a little flare out to short center field, but a jumping catch by Little, the second baseman, who puts it away for the second out. Bases empty, 2 outs for Dexter Scott. An RBI single and a run scored in the first. He reached on an error and scored in the 4th. Third time he's facing Kirkpatrick. There's a towering fly ball out to left field, and Brenniger puts it away near the line, and the side is retired. So Davis County goes down quietly in the top of the 5th. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It remains Davis County 7, EBF 2 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Refresh your skin and feel your best with a visit to the Complexion Company Laser and Aesthetics in Batavia, your premier destination for ultimate head-to-toe care. Boost your energy with premium IV hydration drips, experience the skin-smoothing power of microneedling and medical-grade chemical peels, or try their state-of-the-art M-Sculpt Neo and M-Cella treatments for body sculpting and wellness. They also offer expert permanent makeup, lip blushing, and clear skin acne scar treatments. Book your visit with the Complexion Company in Batavia today.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein soybeans and local Davis seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Peyton Schooley ready to start the bottom of the fifth. Davis County leads EBF 7-2 here in game 2. Mustangs won the opener 7-6 as they rallied in the 7th inning to take the lead and hold off EBF. Now looking for the sweep. Two, 3, 4 due up for the Rockets. Here is Caden Kirkpatrick. He's been held in check over this doubleheader. Hitless in game 1, 0 for 1 with the walk here in game 2, and that's popped up foul behind the plate out of play. And landed on the roof behind us. Here comes the 0-1 from Schooley. Breaking ball stays upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kirkpatrick with a strikeout and a walk here in game 2. And a 1-1 delivery is a swing and a miss as Schooley was able to guide that fastball past Kirkpatrick. Now the 1-2. Slider a bit outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss at the high fastball. And Kirkpatrick goes down on strikes for the 2nd time in this ball game. Gavin Spar has made a pair of putouts to Rylan Johnson in left field. He bats with the bases empty and 1 out as the EBF dugout on the first base side tries to make some noise. And he swings and misses at a high fastball. Sizemore pitching in relief. Beg your pardon, Schooley pitching in relief of Sizemore, who started this ball game. The 0-1. Breaking ball, wave and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2. Sizemore went 3 2/3, allowed 2 runs. Both of them earned on 2 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 3. Here comes the 0-2. Outside. Sizemore, however, was unable to complete the 4th, so he's not going to qualify for the win. It could be Schooley's to win if he's able to hang on. There's a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. Nope, they call it a foul tip at the plate. A foul tip. So Spar stays alive with the count remaining 1-2. Spar didn't even think he tipped it. He ran as soon as he swung the bat. Schooley winds and deals. Slider. Strike 3 called. A delay called by McClendon behind the plate, but looked like the correct call as that slider caught the outside corner. 2 outs, nobody on for Emmett Holohan. Holohan with a walk and a flyout here in game 2. Even though Davis County is beating EBF on the scoreboard 7-2, EBF has out-hit Davis County 3-2. Slider waved at and missed by Holohan. Schooley last pitched on Tuesday. As that pitch is fouled back to the screen. Oh, 2 to count to Holohan. And a pitch. Slider popped up foul, and that gets out of play to the first base side. Count remains 0-2 to Holohan. Bases empty, 2 outs. Davis County 7, EBF 2 is our score here in the bottom of the 5th. Schooley nods, winds and delivers. Slider low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I was mistaken a moment ago. Schooley last pitched on Wednesday against Clark in that doubleheader. He pitched the opener, left with a no decision. Clark later won in 9 innings, 7-4. 1-2 pitch. That's blasted out to left field and bounces in front of Brinegar for a base hit. That was just a high fastball that Holohan tomahawked out to left for a hit. So he's aboard with 2 outs. That brings up Castor Ford. Ford tapped back to the pitcher in the first inning, and he walked in the 3rd. First pitch fastball taken at the bell for strike 1. EBF looking to creep their way back in this ball game. Have a runner at first and 2 outs, down by 5. Here in the bottom of the 5th, the pitch, slider, swing and a miss, 0-2. Schooley struck out the first 2 batters of the inning, then allowed a single. He's a strike away from striking out the side to end the 5th. The runner goes. The pitch is popped up, foul, and that gets out of play. Count remains 0-2 to Ford. Another one from Schooley. Foul tipped, as that was. That goes back to the brick backstop. No balls and 2 strikes. Both of these teams will have a couple of days off after this doubleheader. EBF will be in Clark on Thursday. Davis County will also be on the road. They'll be taking on Cardinal in Eldon. The 0-2. Curveball got him looking, or swinging, I should say. And Schooley strikes out the side. No runs, a hit, and a man left. We're through 5. It is Davis County 7, EBF 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Tim with Slayton Polaris. I'm sure you would agree with me that while we enjoy watching our kids grow up on the farm, we also wish they could stay little for as long as possible. 1 minute they are small enough to play in a tractor tire, and the next thing you know, they are bigger than you. With all of life's changes, you can take comfort in knowing that Slayton Polaris will try their best to keep things the same. We always offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has always been our policy since we opened our doors. We look forward to meeting you at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Your best choice for groceries is Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. They're proud to offer Best Choice branded items. While you're there, check out the awesome selection in their meat department and make sure and find something for your sweet tooth in the bakery. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook to keep up with all their specials. Stop into Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. Located 1 block off the northeast corner of the Bloomfield Square. You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Davis County 7, EBF 6, EBF 2 in the top of the 6th. Here in game 2 of our doubleheader, Hayden Bankson will lead things off for Davis County after Corbin Kirkpatrick finishes his warm-up tosses. Mustangs scored 4 runs in the top of the 1st and then 3 more in the top of the 4th. EBF was able to answer with 2 in the bottom of the 4th, and that's where we stand now. So here's Hayden Bankson, 0 for 1 with an RBI ground out and a run scored. He's also walked in this ball game. Bankson got called for batter's interference and was called out in that pivotal 6th inning, make that 7th inning of game 1. Call that could have cost the Mustangs. There's a ground ball on the first pitch swinging to the shortstop, Caden Nichols. He throws out Bankson. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Bankson was at the plate with Dexter Scott at first. Scott broke for second. Bankson squared the bunt. Missed the bunt, but was called for batter's interference. Didn't hear the reasoning for Kale Rodriguez, but I think it was because Bankson did not duck out of the way or get out of the way after he squared the bunt and missed. Victor Milder takes strike 1. Milder with a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. He was almost able to beat out that bunt for a base hit, but out by an eyelash was the call. High and away for ball 1. The 1-1. There's a line shot in the right field. That's a base hit. That's almost scooted past Spar in right, but he was able to keep it in front of him. So base hit for Milder. And now Grant Husted. Husted hit, probably I would classify the hardest hit ball by a Mustang here in Eddyville, as he blasted a 2-run double into the left center gap to make it 7-0 at the time. That's high for ball 1. Keep in mind, Husted, only an 8th grader, oozing with potential. He also has a win on the mound this season, as he threw 5 shutout innings at the Davis County Classic against Van Buren County. The 1-0. High and away, the ball popped out of the glove of Sherman, but no advance by Milder at first. Kirkpatrick. Now dealing the 2-0. A high fastball is cut on a miss by Husted. Seven to 2 Davis County here in the top of the 6th. Milder does not go, and there's a tapper to the left side of the infield. Off the knee of Holohan, he picks up the third baseman, throws low and wide of first base. Husted is safe at second. Safe at third is Milder. So Davis County in business to add on here in the 6th. E5 on the play. Hudson Humphrey 0 for 2, although he did hit an RBI ground out his last time up. There's a line shot in the center field. Going back is Caden Kirkpatrick. He makes the catch, tagging from third and scoring easily is Milder. Another RBI for Humphrey to make it 8-2 Davis County. So Humphrey does his job. Husted is still staying at second base. And here's Peyton Schooley. Schooley's 0 for 3 in this nightcap. Breaking ball misses inside. Mustangs looking for their second straight win after dropping 4 in a row. If they hang on, they can get their South Central Conference record up to 500. There's a strike delivered by Kirkpatrick. Husted is the runner at second. The 1-1. There's a chopper to the right side, and then gets through for a base hit. Husted rounds and now heads home, and Husted's tagged out. He hesitated as he was rounding second, or rounding third, and then decided to come on home, and he gets tagged out easily at home to wrap up the inning. Davis County does add a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, it's Davis County 8, EBF 2 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Pierce Fence Company is Southeast Iowa's premier local fence company. With over 70 years of experience, their dedication to quality craftsmanship and customer service is in a class of its own.
Hi, I'm Jared at Pierce Fence Company. We've been building quality fences for decades, and we value helping others. It's important to us to serve our community and make a positive change. We specialize in residential, commercial, and industrial fence installs. Give us a call or check us out online to find out why we were built to make a difference.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree, and our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
A2 Davis County, bottom of the 6th here in game 2 of our doubleheader. Mustangs looking for the sweep of the Twin Bill. They beat EBF 7-6 in the opener. EBF will send up 6, 7, and 8, starting with Tegan Nichols. Or beg your pardon, this is Carter Fisher. No, I beg your pardon, it's Tegan Nichols once again who is in the bat. Carter Fisher batted for Nichols in the 4th inning, singled and scored, but now Nichols is back and he takes ball 1. Nichols is 0 for 1. That's high, ball 2. Two-0. Fastball misses a bit low. Hey, coach, beg your pardon, Peyton Schooley thought he had strike 1. Now the count is 3-0. The pitch. 4-pitch walk to Nichols to start off the bottom of the 6th. Isaac Claybrook comes back to the plate to bat for the second time. So Sherman will be out of the game if they let Claybrook bat here. And so that's what they'll do. So Claybrook will bat for the second time as a pinch hitter. Sherman, who was the catcher, is now out of the game. There's a runner at first with nobody out. First pitch breaking ball is hit off the end of the bat foul to the first base side out of play. Nichols is the runner at second. Big part at first. And there's a slider that is cut on and missed. Schooley delivers. Check swing. And are they going to appeal or no? They do appeal, and no swing is a call from the field umpire, Cale Rodriguez. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss at a high fastball. That was out of the strike zone, but Claybrook went chasing. One out with the runner at first for Dalton Brinegar. He lined out to left, walked and scored back in the 4th. Schooley's first pitch is a slider that is low. Good job by Taylor smothering that pitch in the left-hander's box. Righty versus righty matchup. Schooley with the deep breath as he peers over his left shoulder. Now comes set. The 1-0. Fastball right there at the knees for strike 1. (8-2) Davis County here in the 6th. The 1-1. High and inside to make it 2-1. Schooley struck out 4 since he entered the game back in the 4th inning. And there's a swing and a miss to make it 2-2. Two and 2 to count to Brinegar. The pitch, slider, and he does not bite at it as that bends outside of the zone. Count is full. Long day behind the plate for Taylor at catcher as he puts his mask back on and gets into a squat. The payoff pitch. And what do we have? Time called at the plate by Brinegar. Now we're ready, and the payoff pitch coming to Brinegar. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Brinegar goes down looking. And that brings up Keller Little, who has shown himself up well this evening. A pair of hits, a pair of RBI in Game 1, and a 2-run single here in Game 2. First time he's facing Schooley tonight. He's 1 for 2 in this ball game. First pitch, fastball, misses inside. It gets away from Taylor, and taking second on the play is Nichols on the wild pitch. Schooley delivers. That missed outside. 2-0. And a pitch. That misses outside. 3-0. Little now the count is favor 3-0. Looks at a low ball 4. So Schooley allows another walk. Back to the top of the order and Caden Nichols. Two on and 2 out. As the EBF down to their final 4 outs of the night. Looking to rally down by 6 here in the bottom of the 6th. Schooley deals. Slider outside, ball 1. Nichols is 1 for 3 here in the nightcap. A single in the first, reaching on air in the third, and then popped out to the pitcher in the 4th. And a 1-0 pitch, hit high in the air, right center field, and it is Hudson Humphrey who makes the catch in the gap. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a pair of walks, and 2 men left on. We are through 6, Davis County 8, EBF 2 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Ready to make your home more you? At Community First Credit Union, we have an exclusive offer to help. Take advantage of our limited time Flex Home Equity line of credit with a special 6-month intro rate to get started. It's financing you can use to build your outdoor oasis, create your backyard hangout, or elevate your curb appeal. Visit c1stcu.com for details and apply online today. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Eight to 2. Davis County leads EBF as we play in inning number 6. Or inning number 7, I should say. Josh settles. 1 for 3 here in game 2. He's got the rest easy here in game 2 after going the distance in what was a very hot game 1. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Corbin Kirkpatrick pitching his 7th inning. Ball went inside. Kirkpatrick winds and delivers the 1-1. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Kirkpatrick delivers the 2-1. That's hit high and foul behind the plate to the third base side. That bounces off one of the sheds behind third base and couple of young ones will go scrambling looking for that one. Two and two to count the settles, leading off the top of the 7th. Kirkpatrick delivers. A swing and a miss, and Settle strikes out. The batter is Max Taylor. Hitless in 3 at-bats. Taylor's had a long day behind the plate. A very hot game 1 and even the start of game 2. First pitch is well inside, and Taylor ducks out of the way. Somebody yells, "Hey, that's my catcher," from the Davis County dugouts. And the 1-0 pitch is smacked down the left field line. That is a fair ball. Bridiger was able to collect it quickly in left field, and it's a long single by Taylor, but he really turned on that inside offering. Timeout called by Rick Scott, and we might have a pitching change coming up. And we do. So a new pitcher coming in for EBF here in the top of the 7th. Davis County leads at 8-2, and they have a runner at first and 1 out with Noah Sizemore coming up. We'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook. Refresh your skin and feel your best with a visit to the Complexion Company Laser and Aesthetics in Batavia, your premier destination for ultimate head-to-toe care. Boost your energy with premium IV hydration drips, experience the skin-smoothing power of microneedling and medical-grade chemical peels, or try their state-of-the-art M-Sculpt Neo and M-Cella treatments for body sculpting and wellness. They also offer expert permanent makeup, lip blushing, and clear skin acne scar treatments. Book your visit with the Complexion Company in Batavia today. You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
New pitcher in the game is Keller Little. He comes in for EBF as Corbin Kirkpatrick went 6 1/3, and he gets pulled for the freshman, Little. Or beg your pardon, it's Tegan Nichols as the pitcher that is in the game for EBF. Ball 1 to Sizemore. Outside, ball 2. Noah Sizemore, 0 for 2 with a walk. And the pitch is a nice curveball by Nichols that drops in for strike 1. And a pitch by Little is swung on and missed for strike 2. Two and 2 to Sizemore with the runner at first. That is Skaggs. Hit the other way. And it is fumbled by Kirkpatrick and no play. An error on Kirkpatrick. Puts 2 on and 1 out for Dexter Scott. Runners at first and second with one out inside to Scott. Scott is 1 for 3. Pair of runs scored and also an RBI. That's high and outside, ball 2. Little's next pitch, fouled back towards us, and it goes high off the screen behind home plate. Two balls and a strike. Next one to Scott. Low, 3-1. Scott looking to do some damage with this 3-1 pitch coming up from Keller Little. Outside ball 4, that loads the bases for Hayden Bankson. Bankson 0 for 2 with a walk. He's also scored a run and has an RBI. Ball 1 outside. Little's next pitch, fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Little's first appearance on the mound for EBF. He saw a batter reach on an error, and then he walked a batter. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. The pitch is fouled back towards us. And that hit high off the building behind us. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the pitch to Bankson. High and inside, 2-2. Little delivers. A swing and a miss by Bankson, and he strikes out. So Little gets his first strikeout. 2 outs in the inning, and Victor Milder Milder's 1 for 2 with a run scored. He singled and scored his last time up back in the 6th. Ball 1 low and inside. Skaggs is the runner at 3rd. Sizemore is at 2nd. Scott is at 1st. The 1-0. In the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Milder looking for his first RBI of the day. Low and inside, 3-0. He's a ball away from doing so if he draws a bases loaded walk. And a 3-0 pitch, taken inside for ball 4, and a bases loaded walk. Brings in Skaggs to score and makes our score now 9-2 Davis County. So now the sax full for Grant Husted. A late swing and a miss. Husted can add to a big night here. He already has a pair of RBIs on a double back in the 4th inning. He's also scored a run. Outside, 1-1. Little digs out the rubber a little bit, pitching from the stretch. And the 1-1, low. Little looking back at his push-off spot on the rubber. 2 balls and a strike. Next pitch to Husted, outside. Nowhere to put Husted. He's already given a bases loaded walk to Victor Milder, now at risk of doing the same thing to Husted. Little's pitch, outside, ball 4. That brings in another run, now 10-2, Davis County. Here comes head coach Rick Scott. That might spell the end for Keller Little. He did not take the ball away from Little. He's going to let Little continue to pitch. Gave him a bit of a pet talk, patted him on the back, and now heads back to the first base dugout. Hudson Humphrey has a pair of RBI in this ball game, an RBI ground out in the 4th, a sacrifice fly in the 6th. He's also popped out. Looking for his first hit. Waves and misses at a breaking ball. Head coach Todd White telling Hudson, wait for it to get to you. The 0-1. A fastball is cut on and miss. Humphrey caught in between. First a breaking ball he was ahead of, and then the fastball he was late to. Now what's Little going to throw with the count 0-2 and the bases loaded? Here it comes. Fastball spikes past the catcher Sherman, but no advance by Scott at first base, or third base, I should say. Humphrey awaits a 1-2. Here it comes. Curveball, got him looking. Nice pitch by Little, and that ends the inning. Davis County does add 2 runs on 1 hit. There's an error in the inning, and they left the bases loaded. Last chance coming up for EBF. They now trail it 10-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Davis County has 3 outs to go before they can secure a doubleheader sweep here in Eddyville, a much-needed pair of wins for the Mustangs, who were riding a 4-game losing streak coming into tonight's doubleheader, but they've been able to take care of business, winning 7-6 in Game 1, and now lead 10-2, heading into EBF's final at bat here in Game 2. Kirkpatrick, Spar, Holohan, 2, 3, 4 due up to face Peyton Schooley, who has been dominant since he came into the game back in the 4th inning. First pitch fastball, taken high and outside for ball 1. How dominant has Schooley been? Well, He struck out the side. He got a pop-up back to the pitcher back in the 4th inning. Struck out the side in the 5th. Struck out 2 more in the 6th. That ball is high up in the air. Nobody sees it, and that just drops for a base hit. Kirkpatrick is aboard as that pop-up went straight up the silo. Schooley, the pitcher, said immediately he ran to towards first base because he couldn't see it. And I don't think any of the Mustangs saw it as that went right up the chute. Score that a single. Here's Gavin Spar. Runner goes. Pitch is taken for a ball. Throw to second. And out at the second base. Kirkpatrick is nailed trying to steal second base. One to 0 the count to Spar. Now with the bases empty and 1 out. And the pitch, a little bit outside. Spar had a notion to swing at it, but held off. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0. Slider drops in for a strike. If Schooley can get the final 2 outs, he'll move his record to 4-0 on the season. And cut his ERA down in the process. There's a line drive out to center. That's a base hit. Spar able to get a single here in the 7th to keep the inning going. So Emmett Holohan bats. One of the main themes of this ball game, and actually this doubleheader, is that EBF's top 4 hitters unable to get going. They were held hitless in game 1. The single by Kirkpatrick here to start off the inning, and now the single by Spar. Those are the first 2 that they've collected here in the doubleheader. Holohan had hit back in the 5th inning with just 3 hits through nearly 2 games. Strike 1 to Holohan. Schooley pitching from the stretch. Delivers. Ground ball up the middle, and it is they'll flip the second for 1 to throw to first. Is not in time. No, they called it a double play, and this game has come to an end. A 4-6-3 double play, and that is a Mustang winner. So Davis County beats EBF 10-2, or if he's out, the game's over. Yeah, the game's over if he's out. Wait, hang on. Yeah, so that's ball game, yeah. Don't know what the holdup was. Maybe they lost track of outs, but I was ready to start the post game, and now the post game will begin in earnest as the folks start packing up their chairs and getting set to make the long drive back, or the short drive back home to Bloomfield. Davis County sweeps the doubleheader, winning the nightcap 10-2. Back to wrap things up after this on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Tim with Slayton Polaris. I'm sure you would agree with me that while we enjoy watching our kids grow up on the farm, we also wish they could stay little for as long as possible. 1 minute they are small enough to play in a tractor tire, and the next thing you know, they are bigger than you. With all of life's changes, you can take comfort in knowing that Slayton Polaris will try their best to keep things the same. We always offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has always been our policy since we opened our doors. We look forward to meeting you at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets, and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
Refresh your skin and feel your best with a visit to the complexion company Laser and Aesthetics in Batavia, your premier destination for ultimate head-to-toe care. Boost your energy with premium IV hydration drips, experience the skin-smoothing power of microneedling and medical-grade chemical peels, or try their state-of-the-art M-Sculpt Neo and M-Cella treatments for body sculpting and wellness. They also offer expert permanent makeup, lip blushing, and clear skin acne scar treatments. Book your visit with the complexion company in Batavia today. Are you wanting a fence built but not sure who to call? Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield has lots of experience and can provide references from many happy customers. He can do everything from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield for a free estimate. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310. That's 641-208-6310. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs that he has done.
For excellence in auto body work and paint jobs, there is only one place to go, R&K Body Pros. They pride themselves on being a local business who puts their customers first. Not only do they do quality work, they do estimates, insurance jobs, and will work with clients on deductibles. If you are in an accident, see R&K Body Pros to get your car back to normal. They work with all insurances, making sure you're happy with your outcome. Excellence is what you can expect when you work with R&K Body Pros at 315 East 2nd Street in downtown Ottumwa.
Ready to make your home more you? At Community First Credit Union, we have an exclusive offer to help. Take advantage of our limited time Flex Home Equity line of credit with a special 6-month intro rate to get started. It's financing you can use to build your outdoor oasis, create your backyard hangout, or elevate your curb appeal. Visit c1stcu.com for details and apply online today. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
10-2, Davis County wins Game 2, and they secure the doubleheader sweep of Eddyville here at Ron Welsh Field, as the Davis County Mustangs defeat the Rockets 7-6 in Game 1 and now 10-2 in the nightcap. Davis County jumped on EBF in the very first inning. Settle singled. Then Taylor was able to reach on a fielder's choice and a throwing error by the shortstop, Caden Nichols. Sizemore reached on an error, and then Dexter Scott, which brought in 2 runs. Dexter Scott drove in a run with a single, and Hayden Bankson drove in a run with a ground out to make it 4-0. It stayed that way until the 4th inning as Noah Sizemore was able to pitch into and out of trouble. He stranded the bases loaded in the 3rd, got 1, 2, 3 in the 2nd, and stranded a couple of runners in the 3rd inning as well. So it stayed 4-0 until the top of the 4th when Davis County was able to add on. Scott led off the inning by reaching on an error. Bankson walked. Milder sacrificed on the 2nd and 3rd, and then Grant Husted, probably one of the hardest hit balls of the ball game, a line shot into left center field for a 2-run double. He later scored on a ground out by Hudson Humphrey, and that made our score 7-0 Davis County. EBF scored their two runs in the bottom of that inning as Keller Little added to a big night for him. He had 4 RBI in both games, a 2-run single, brought in 2 EBF runs to make it 7-2, but then Davis County was able to add on a run in the top of the 6th inning thanks to another RBI by Hudson Humphrey, this one a sacrifice fly, and then 2 bases loaded walks drawn by Victor Milder and Grant Husted, who had a 3 RBI night. So that will do it for Davis County as they win it 10-2 over EBF, and we'll give you the final totals as Davis County scored 10 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 5 men left on base. EBF with 2 runs on 6 hits, 6 errors, and 8 men left on. Winning pitcher is Peyton Schooley, who pitched in relief of Noah Sizemore. He went 3 1/3, allowed 3 hitless or 3 shutout innings in the 3 1/3, allowed 3 hits, struck out a batter and walked 5. Reversed that, struck out 5 and walked a batter. He is now 4-0 on the season. Losing pitcher is Corbin Kirkpatrick. He is 1-1. Time of the game, 2 hours, 15 minutes. So Davis County improves to 9-6 on the season, 5-5 in South Central Conference play. They emphatically snapped their 4-game losing streak with a doubleheader sweep of EBF here in Eddyville. So that wraps up our broadcast. We will next join you on Thursday from Eldon as Davis County will wrap up their season series against Cardinal with a rubber match against the Comets. We look forward to having you join us then. For any Argo on-site producer, this is Ellis Kojo saying so long from Eddyville. This has been Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.